Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
good. Hey. So, I want to welcome everyone again to Recovery Uncovered with Dawnya and B. And today we have our wonderful guest, Justin.
Yay,
Hello.
Justin. Hi.
Justin H. Yeah. Justin, I'm sorry. Kind of get a little lost for words, but it's so good to see you, brother.
Good to
So,
see y'all too. Glad to
yeah,
be here.
most definitely. So talk to me, or talk to us, right? Um, how was it doing your first time coming into recovery, or I don't know, first time, second time, third
Yeah.
time? I mean,
How many
talk to us
times?
a little bit about yeah, like what it
Uh,
took, and what's your sobriety date too, by the way?
well, my name is Justin, and my sobriety date is March 8th, 2016. It's that's not my first sobriety date. Um, I've had many attempts at trying to get sober, but for me, what it was like, first coming in, especially this last time. It was very important for me, because it's more than just like, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking and using, right? I think that, okay, well, I'm gonna stop drinking and using, but it's like when I get out of treatment, that's putting everything into like work that I've learned. you know, um, Treatment, gets me a little time under my belt, but especially, you know, it was very crucial for me when I got out of treatment to, get involved in something. You know, um, and coming in to the 12-step program, and really being a part of a fellowship, being a part of something where people are going through the same types of things, and that's what I found, coming into Rise Recovery. uh they showed me that I could have fun without having to use substances, showing me that there was life after addiction. And that's something that I didn't know in the past, right? They showed me, that okay, being a part of something, and continuing to work on myself, on a day-to-day basis, going to group meetings, going, working with a sponsor, working the steps. And the main thing is too that, I stress about the most is, that unity aspect, like, going out and doing things with people in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I never did that. I'd go to a meeting and I'd leave. I'd show up late and I'd leave early, and I wasn't staying sober.
Yeah,
You know, so learning to have fun again was really important. Because I didn't know how to have fun without using drugs and alcohol.
What kind of
You know,
things did you do?
what kind of things do we do?
Yeah, to
As
have
far as like to have fun,
fun.
we did. We went bowling, paintballing, bingo, Spurs games, um, hockey games, missions games. I mean, we did everything, all right. And that was stuff that I never really experienced before I got sober, because I didn't get to go to those types of things. I didn't have any money and nobody wanted to be around me, and really getting to see what it was like to be sober and live a life in recovery. All
Yeah.
right. So, it's awesome to be able to do those types of things. And it's so important to be around people who are dealing with the same types of things and the same struggles, because, you know, I don't stay sober by myself, right? I don't keep myself sober. God keeps me sober, but, also having a support system, because I don't stay sober by myself. Like, we stay sober together, you know?
definitely a weak thing.
Yeah, it's a we thing. Like, because if I was by myself, I don't know what that would look like. It wouldn't look pretty. It would not look pretty at all.
So you
Yeah.
still practice that today in your life?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's very important for me. And and it's hard to find that balance. I've been sober a little over 4 years, and finding that balance with every aspect of my life sometimes is hard, but absolutely, um, and I teach that, to people to people who I sponsor, who are my sponsees. friends, people who I work with at work, whoever it may be, like finding that balance and really, taking care of myself. Because part of self-care for me is being able to have fun, and do things that I still enjoy, and do activities and watch movies and go out to eat and play games and all that stuff, especially going out to eat. I love to eat.
You're really big too in baseball, right? Like I know you play a lot of baseball.
Yeah, I do play baseball on the weekends. That was something that, because I played when I was younger, and I stopped playing when I was, I don't know, in high school, like probably a freshman in high school, because drugs took over my life. And I didn't, I'm 30 years old now. I'll be 31 in September. And I didn't think, I know, I do like ice cream cake, just so y'all know. But I didn't think that was going to be something that I'd get to do again. And, that was one of the other things that recovery gave me, was like letting me do something that I got to do when I was a child, that I enjoy doing. And I didn't think they had stuff like that. I didn't think that'd be an opportunity. And that's something that I've gotten back to doing in the last 3 years, so
That's great.
that's an important part of my recovery, is playing baseball. It's important.
That's awesome.
How did you how did you get connected, like with your sponsor? Like what was it that what was the first thing that you did to, I guess maybe one, to be willing to get a sponsor, right?
Right.
To
And what is
to find one. And what is a sponsor?
So,
For those-
for me, I tried, getting a sponsor and, working the steps, I'm gonna be honest, was the last thing that I wanted to do. Because I did think that I could do it by myself. you know, and everything that I tried was not working. Everything that I tried did not work. And I got to that point where I was just so beaten up and like I hated myself. I was like, man, something that these people are doing is working, so it could work for me too, because they drank like I drank, they used like I used, and they were sober and they were happy. So I was like, man, I've already lost everything. What else am I gonna lose if it doesn't work? So I decided, this last time when I got out of treatment, I worked the steps in treatment. When I got out, I got plugged in with somebody, and he actually offered to be my sponsor, and I worked with him for like 2 years. And then I got plugged in with another sponsor who I've been working with for about another at least 2 years now. I think 2 years now. And I met him at one of the meetings, and he had what I wanted, and I'd already been sober for about 2 years when I met this guy. But he helped. My first sponsor helped me grow to a certain point. And then I found another sponsor, and I've been continuing to grow. And I asked him to be my sponsor, and it's been very helpful for me, because like I always have to remember to be open-minded and willing, and I always have something to learn. And a sponsor, is somebody who guides me through the 12 steps, right? Takes me through the book. A sponsor is not my counselor, right? He's somebody who works a 12-step program himself. He has a sponsor, and he is actively working a program of recovery, and he guides me through the book and the steps, right? And someone who's walking the same walk that I am.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And that to me is the most, that is one, like having a sponsor like is so important. So important, because you can't work the steps by yourself. I mean, you could try, because I've tried it, but it's not pretty. Like, because my best thoughts got me to where I'm at, so me trying to sponsor myself would not be a good idea.
Yeah, too true. Too true. I think I probably tried that as well.
I did.
No,
It don't always work out. I don't think it ever works out.
no, it doesn't. So what is one thing, Justin, that you would offer for like, I guess a new person coming in? Like, what is one great suggestion that you would provide to them that is like something that that they should either do or look forward to, um, if they're wanting to continue or wanting to enter into this program or enter into this life of recovery, because it is a lifestyle.
Yeah,
It is. It most
definitely.
definitely is. I guess like one suggestion I'd have for a newcomer, because and that's one thing I learned, it's like, man, I can't tell anybody what to do. I can just suggest what I think,
Mhm.
because it's been suggested to me and I do it. Is, man, just be open-minded and willing. Like, if you're tired of living the way that you're living, do what's suggested, get us, sponsor, work the steps, get a higher power, your own understanding. Um, and life will get good. Like, life will get good, things will change, and it's something that you gotta, you don't have to, but if you want to be a person in recovery, you do have to put in work. But just be open-minded and willing. Those are the three things, the most important. Open-mindedness and willingness. Be open-minded and willing, and be able to take suggestions.
Open-minded, willingness, and being able to take suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And
So
just get a part of something.
be a
Be
part
a
of.
part of something. Um, and things can change. And
Mhm.
this lifestyle of recovery, it does work. It most definitely does work. Because I mean, if it didn't work, I wouldn't. We wouldn't be here.
That's for sure.
Right? Like,
That's
there's
true.
millions of people who do this, and it works.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It does work. As I always say, it works if you work it. And I know with everything that's happening, everything that's going on in the world, one thing that we do know is that we cannot do this thing alone. And
Right.
right.
so,
Yeah.
Danya,
Other.
yeah, that's right. Right, Danya? Yeah.
Um, it.
So since they can't do it alone, Danya, go ahead and let them know where they can
Yeah.
get extra support.
Rise Recovery's mission is to help teens, young adults, and families overcome drug and alcohol abuse with partnering with the community and education and prevention. We do serve San Antonio area. We serve specifically 12 to 35 and their family members at no charge.
That's right.
Thanks to the financial support of our community, we can do that. There's no barriers. You don't have to have insurance to come get the recovery support you need. If anyone you know is struggling with substance use or you're just not sure, give Rise Recovery a call at 210-227-2634. You can also email us at info@riserecovery.org and learn more about us at riserecovery.org. We ask that you share this webcast with anyone you know who is seeking support or struggling with substance use. Thank you for watching today.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good
Thanks,
one.
Kristen. Thanks, Bea.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here. Thank y'all. Love
Thank you
y'all.
so much for sharing. Appreciate it.